Okay, join me on page 2 in your new digital science book. Where are the wolverines? Researcher Katie Moriarty hiked through Tahoe National Forest. She stopped here and there to set up cameras in the trees. After she left, her cameras went to work. They took pictures whenever their motion and heat detectors sensed an animal nearby. In February of 2008, she was shocked when she looked at one of her photos. There stood a wolverine, a mammal that looks like a small black bear. Why was she so surprised? The last documented sighting of a wolverine in California was in the 1920s. The mighty skunk bear. Wolverines have thick, bushy coats, broad heads, and short, furry ears. Along with their sharp teeth and claws, they use foul-smelling musk oil to defend themselves. The musk oil makes them smell like a skunk. These features earned the wolverine the nickname skunk bear. Wolverines are mainly scavengers. They clean up after another carnivore makes a kill. The dead animals they eat are called carrion. Carrion is a very important part of the wolverine's diet in winter. In California, this carrion is mainly deer and elk. In the summer, wolverines eat many other kinds of foods, including roots, berries, and small prey. Their prey includes fish, young birds, and small mammals like mice and gophers. Occasionally, wolverines may attack large mammals like deer, especially when they are stuck in deep snow. Wolverines are about the size of a small collie. They are the largest members of the weasel family. They are also the most ferocious. Wolverines are remarkably strong for their size. Their powerful jaws and sharp claws make them powerful predators. Their teeth are sharp and strong enough to chew through bone and carrion that has frozen in the snow. What wolverines lack in size, they make up for in aggressiveness. A large wolverine might weigh only 40 pounds, but it will challenge much larger predators and steal their prey. Hunters and trappers have seen 1,000-pound grizzly bears leave their meals behind when a wolverine approached. Wolverines live in forests or tundra in the mountains. They prefer remote spaces with few people. They now live mainly on high mountaintops where it's too cold and snowy for trees to grow, and because these areas are the least disturbed by humans. Wolverines share their habitat with other mammals, birds, insects, and fungi that they hunt and eat. Larger predators like mountain lions and bears also live in the same region. These predators compete with wolverines for food. On rare occasions, they may kill wolverines. Still, the wolverine depends on these predators to provide them with carrion. Wolverines are well adapted to live and hunt in the snow. Their fur is thick and keeps them warm. Their feet are large so they can walk easily on snow. If they are hungry, they can even use their long claws to dig 10 feet into the snow to find hibernating animals. In the tundra habitat, snow plays a very important role in this wolverine's survival. Female wolverines raise their babies in dens built in deep snow layers. These dens are long, complex snow tunnels that protect the young from predators and provide warmth in the cold climate. In forests, wolverines sometimes create dens from fallen or decayed trees. Wolverines cover many miles in a day of hunting. Each animal needs lots of space to hunt and raise its young. Wolverines fight off other wolverines that try to enter their home territory. This limits the total number of wolverines that can live in a region. It is one of the reasons that wolverines are one of the rarest mammals in North America. Because wolverines are very secretive and travel across large ranges, they are hard for scientists to study. Many things about the species are not known, but one thing is certain. Wolverines used to live throughout the Sierra Nevada mountains. Now they are exceedingly rare. In California, they are designated as a threatened species. Their decline is a mystery scientists want to explore. What happened to California's wolverines? The population of wolverines was never very large. Still, there were enough around in the 1800s to cause problems for people. Trappers would lose money when hungry wolverines stole animals from their traps. They began to use poisoned bait to kill wolverines. Wolverines also stole food from settlers' cabins. The skunk bears even ruined settlers' belongings with their musk and urine markings. People thought that wolverines were particularly fierce and dangerous animals. Settlers killed them whenever they got the chance. Today, in other parts of the world, hunters and trappers still kill wolverines for their fur. What has changed over the last 150 years? For one thing, the ways people use the land have changed a lot. The discovery of gold at Sutter's Mill in 1848 began a major shift in the region. Is this what caused the wolverines to almost disappear? After the gold rush started, miners and early settlers built many new towns in the Sierra Nevada mountains. In 1860, about 150,000 people lived in the region. By 1960, that number grew to around 275,000. The population reached 650,000 in 1990 and will soon pass 1 million. The gold rush paved the way for many new industries. Forests were cut to provide lumber for mines and houses. By 1880, over 1.5 million acres of pine forests had been cleared. Scientists wonder how this logging affected the wolverines. Could they still find safe dens for their young without the trees? People also built mines, farms, and ranches throughout the region, some located in the wolverine's habitat. In the late 1800s, ranchers grazed sheep in the high grasslands. This practice cleared large areas of native grasses. Ranchers worried that wolverines would hunt and kill their livestock. Like trappers, they also poisoned wolverines in order to protect their income. In the 1860s, people created parks at Yosemite Valley and Calaveras Big Trees. These were the first parks in the Sierra Nevada mountains. More parks followed. Tourism brought more people to the area. More people meant more contact with wolverines. Some people were afraid of wolverines and sometimes killed them to protect themselves. Mining, grazing, farming, logging, and recreation all affected the habitat of the wolverine. Wolverines had a harder time finding places to build dens and raise their young. They no longer had unbroken home ranges in which to hunt. In addition, the populations of some of their food sources may have changed. Hunters killed deer, an important part of the wolverine's winter diet. It grew harder and harder for the wolverine population to survive in the Sierra Nevada mountains. Will the wolverine continue to live in California? Or did Katie Moriarty find one of the last of a dying species? Scientists are studying how changes to the wolverine's habitat, populations of predators and prey, and other factors will affect the skunk bear's future. And now I want to show you there's a wolverine, picture of a skunk bear, and this is a distribution map showing where their habitat is. So you can see the light yellow shows historically in the past where they've been known to be. In particular, we can look at California here. And then the orange shows where they currently are spotted. So you can see now they're moving further and further north. Their habitat is being eroded. They're not living in these areas anymore that are yellow, only in these orange areas. Okay. So it's receding. Their population is receding north. But we still do have a few pockets in California and in other parts of the United States where they're currently living. All right, thanks for watching. Continue on your science lesson.